Shabbat shalom, everyone. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Can I give it a Shabbat shalom back from everybody?
Shabbat
Oh, I know you can do
shalom.
better than that. Shabbat shalom, everyone. All right, one more time. I'm hearing a lot of talking that's not Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom, everyone. There we go. Excellent, excellent. So I'm Rabbi Dime, and this is cantorial soloist Laurie Simmons, and we'll be leading services in just a minute. But first, I would like to invite up Aaron Wolf to come and read the announcements.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
There we go. Is it still on? Okay. My name is Erin Wolf, and on behalf of the Bethel Board of Trustees, I would like to welcome you to our Shabbat worship service. If you are new to our congregation or attending as a visitor, please introduce yourself to Rabbi Dime, Laurie Simmons, our cantorial soloist, or myself after our service so we may give you a more appropriate welcome. Please be respectful of others and silence your cell phones. Come join us for these upcoming services and events. Our community will come together on the weekend of April 28th for Rabbi Dime's installation. Sign up online for one or all of the activities by Monday, April 24th. Sign up for Mitzvah Day on April 30th at 9:30, and that's here. Everybody is welcome to join. Please join us on May 7th, the last day of religious school, to watch your children present what they learned this year, play games, and enjoy a barbecue lunch. Are you a beginner at playing Mahjong? Join us on Friday mornings from 10 a.m. to 12 noon, and every Wednesday, Sisterhood Shalom Yoga meets at 10 a.m. Jewish meditation at 11:30. More detailed information for all events can be found in our newsletter. Thank you, and Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you. And so now I would like us to begin with one of the crowd favorites, Bim Bam. Who here is excited to sing Bim Bam? Oh, come on. Show some more excitement. I want to see more hands. Bim Bam. There's a big hand back there, too. Okay, welcome, 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 everybody. And Bim Bam.
Bim bam. Do they want to come up?
Who wants to sing Bim Bam and help lead the congregation can come up and lead Bim Bam.
All right. We're waiting for a few more. All right. Bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam, bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat 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 shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shalom. Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shalom. Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shalom. Quietly, bim, bam, bim, 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 bam. Bim, bam, bim, 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 bam. Bim, 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 bam. One more time. Bim, bam, bim, 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 bam. Bim, 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 bam. Rabbi, what a great way to bring in Shabbat.
Really. Thank you all so much. What a wonderful way to bring in Shabbat. And so now that we've gotten Shabbat started, I'd like to invite up, for helping us to light the candles in the Kiddush, all the teachers, madrichim, and the pre-K and first graders to help us light the candles and say the Kiddush, sing the Kiddush. So we're going to start on page 120, 120, and then we're going to turn to page 123. So again, if I could please have all the teachers and the madrichim that are here, as well as the pre-K and the first grade students. Come on up.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen. And now page 123, 123 for the Kiddush.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu b'shabbat kodsho b'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaro l'maaseh v'reishit ki hu yom tehillah l'mikra'e kodesh zecher litziat mitzrayim ki vanu v'acharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol hamim v'shabbat kodshecha ve'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh ha-Shabbat. Amen.
If you will indulge me for just a moment, Mora Eileen has worked so hard, and the kindergarten and first graders worked so hard to say the blessing. Would you lead them in the blessing? And I want you guys loud and proud. Look down and say the blessing.
Excellent work. Thank you all so much for helping us to lead, lighting the candles and blessing the wine. And so now, I'd like to invite up the seventh graders to do a reading. Any seventh graders here to do a reading? Come on up. Well, come on up and do the reading. Do you have the reading with you? I think we might have it up here. Oh, you have one? Okay.
They both work, right? Take a minute to remember what you were doing last Friday night when Shabbat started.
Yes, this is the point where you feel the urge but resist it to go run for your phone and check your calendar because you can remember what they were doing last night, Friday night.
When you have it, or at least an idea, use it as a starting point to think about the past week. Think about its ups and downs and about the regular parts of this past week too. And then let it go.
When we clear our head and heart of the hustle of the week, then we can truly rest. The rest is magic because it helps us bring our best selves to the week ahead.
Where were we last Shabbat? Where were we physically and spiritually? Where were we? Were we rushed, or did we savor the coming of Shabbat?
What noticed in the 6 days past? They go so quickly that we have hardly taken notice.
What kind of person was I this week? Thoughtful, superficial, preoccupied, appreciative? Did I laugh, cry?
Did I tell anyone how much I love them? Did I use my week well? And what does that even mean? What lessons will I take with me into the future?
As we enter into Shabbat, we release the past week, its joys and its sorrows. We free ourselves from any misgivings or guilt.
We are ready to look for new happiness and bring the best of us to new experiences during the week to come.
Thanks, guys. Thank you. Thanks. And now it is my pleasure, since we're going to do Hine Matov, which can be found on page 128, 128 for Hine Matov, it's my pleasure to invite up Jackie Gould to lead anybody who wants to participate in Hine Matov. Hine Matov, page 128.
Yachad, hine matov, sheberachim gam yachad. Hine matov, sheberachim gam yachad. Hine matov umanayim, sheberachim gam yachad. Hine matov umanayim, sheberachim gam yachad.
Thank you all so much for leading a great version of Hine Matov, multiple great versions of Hine Matov. And so now we turn to page 146, 146 for the Baruch Hu. And fortunately, Ethan Fishman is already right here to lead us in the Baruch Hu. So please, not yet.
Okay, now.
So please rise in body or spirit for the Baruch Hu, page 146, 146.
Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach. HaMevorach. Le'elam ha'ed. HaMevorach. HaMevorach. Le'elam va'ed.
You may be seated. And now we turn to page 148, 148 for the Ma'ariv Aravim. Please join me in the English. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gates, thoughtfully alters the time and changes the seasons, and arranges the stars in their heavenly courses according to plan. You are creator of day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light, transforming day into night and distinguishing one from the other. Adonai Tzevaot is your name. Ever-living God, may you reign continually over us into eternity. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on the evening. Baruch atah Adonai, HaMa'ariv Aravim. And now I'd like to turn to page 152, 152, get ready for the Shema, but not quite yet, because I'd like to invite up pre-K and first grade to introduce us, not yet. Okay, no introduction. I'd like to invite up pre-K and first grade to come on up and lead us in the Shema. And please rise in body or spirit, page 152. Wonderful job, everybody. Thank you so much for leading. Everybody can go back and take their seats, and you can all take your seats. And now we turn to page 154 for the Ve'ahavta.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך. ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני Adonai Elohechem.
Now, I'd like to invite up the second and third graders to come on up and introduce us with the Micha Mocha. And that'll be on page 158. So second and third graders, come on up and help us get ready for the Micha Mocha.
This prayer was sung by Moses and the Israelites together in joy to God. Who is like you, O Adonai, among the gods?
This prayer recounts God's miraculous rescue of Israelites from slavery in Egypt by splitting the sea and letting them pass unharmed between the walls of water.
Thank you very much. That was excellent. Thank you all very much. And now, are you going to help us lead the Micha Mocha from up here?
La 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 ya la 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 la. Micha mocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nehedar b'kodesh, Nora tehilot osei feleh, Nora tehilot osei feleh. Malchutecha ra'uvanecha, bokei hayam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam. Ze'eli anu ve'amru, Ze'eli anu ve'amru, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed. Yai lai 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 yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 yai lai 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 lai.
Now the second and third graders have actually another reading that they'd like to share with all of us. So here's a microphone, hold on, and then I'll ask you to start.
God is the hug you get from a friend and the kiss on your head from a parent.
God is the good job from a coach. God is love in the world.
God is the color of fall leaves and the cool water when you dip your hands in the river.
God is the sweet smell of spring flowers.
God is love in the world.
God is the goodnight kiss. God is the goodnight kiss you give someone to love and the smile for a new friend.
God is the thank you you give to a teacher or Torah.
God is love in the world.
Thank you very much. That was excellent. Thank you so much. And now we turn actually to the 4th and 5th graders who are going to come up and help us introduce Vishamru. So we're going to get to Vishamru, which is going to be on page 162 for Vishamru. But before we get there, would the 4th and 5th graders please come up and help us introduce it? Hi.
Vishamru comes from the Hebrew word meaning to guard or to keep. This prayer reminds us that Shabbat has been around since the creation of the world and that we are responsible for keeping it special and making sure it continues on from generation to generation.
you can share it and just pass the mic around.
When you thought I wasn't looking, I saw you hang my first painting on the refrigerator, and I wanted to paint another one.
When you thought I wasn't looking, I saw you feed a stray cat, and I thought it was good to be kind to animals.
When you thought I wasn't looking, I saw you make my favorite cake just for me, and I knew that little things are special things.
When you thought I wasn't looking, I heard you say a prayer, and I believe there is a God I could always talk to.
When you thought I wasn't looking, I felt you kiss me a good night, and I felt loved.
When you thought I wasn't looking, I saw tears come from your eyes, and I learned that sometimes things hurt, but it's all right to cry.
When you thought I wasn't looking, I saw that you cared, and I wanted to be everything that I could be.
When you thought I wasn't looking, I looked and wanted to say, thanks for all the things I saw when you thought I wasn't looking.
Thank you all for a beautiful reading. Thanks. Thank you all. And now, as we approach the Tefillah portion of our service, we approach the Amidah, which will start on page 164. So we'll get to page 164 in a minute. First, I would like to invite up the 6th and 7th graders to introduce the Amidah.
The opening blessing of the tefillah is called Avat Velimahat. Avat Vahimaot, which literally means fathers and mothers. The blessing connects us with patriarchs, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and the matriarchs, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah. We remember that we are part of the covenant which the God started with these ancestors.
In the words of the blessing, God is identified separately for each ancestor. We say the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, the God of Jacob, rather than saying the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Our rabbinic teaching says that this is because God understood differently by each of us, and God connects differently to each person. By saying the God of for each ancestor, we remember that there is no correct way to think about God.
Adonai. Ooh, if you're comfortably able, we invite you to please rise.
Please rise in body or spirit. Page 164.
That my mouth may declare your praise.
Mashiach Umagain. Baruch atah Adonai Yom Zatzar
Agibor Lolam Adonai, Mehaye HaKol Atarav Lehoshia, Mechalkel Chaim Bechesed, Mechaye HaKol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim Verovei Holim, Umatir Azurim, Umekayim Emunato, Rishei Afar, Mikamocha Ba'agivarot, Umido Melach, Melech Memli Tumechayeh, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman Atala HaChayot HaKol, Baruch Atah Adonai, Mechaye HaKol. Atah Kadosh v'Shimcha Kadosh, Ukdoshim b'chol yom Yahalalu Chasela. Baruch Atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh.
You all may be seated, but before the sixth graders sit down, they have another reading to do for us. Thank you, everyone.
Just go in order. O God, you have called us to peace, for you are peace itself.
May we have the vision to see that each of us in some measure can help to realize these aims. Where there is ignorance and superstition, let there be enlightenment and knowledge.
Where there is prejudice and hatred, let there be acceptance and love.
Where there is fear and suspicion, let there be confidence and trust.
Where there is tyranny and oppression, let there be freedom and justice. Where there is poverty and disease, let there be prosperity and health.
Where there's strife and discord, let there be harmony and peace.
Thank you all very much. Thank you very much. Excellent work. And so now I'd like to invite you all to turn to page 178, 178 for Shalom Rav.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki atahu melech Adon L'chol hashalom, ki atahu melech Adon, l'chol hashalom. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha, tasim leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha, tasim leolam. V'tov be'enecha levarech et Amcha Yisrael b'chol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha, tasim leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha, tasim leolam. זה טוב בעיניך
לברך את עמך ישראל בכל עת ובכל שעה בשלומך.
שלום רב
שלום רב ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. שלום רב ישראל עמך תשים לעולם.
תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם.
And now, having prayed for peace, our thoughts turn to those who are in need of healing. The congregation is thinking of those who are in need of healing. Jim DeArmond, Anita Perlman, Rebecca Kaufman, Pearl Levin, Marcia Cohen, Ron Rappaport, Rose Aglico, Carol Friedman, Carol Wallace, David Cohen, Rivka Bathinda, Carol Solomon, Ben Fishman, Shelley Fishman, June Van, Rabbi Michael Matchison, Deborah Rosen, Rayla Montagna, Dennis Montagna, Vicky Dunn, Sherry Chait, Jerry Chait, Larry Michaelov, Antoinette Worrell, Dennis Greiner, Robert Dawkins, Mary Louise Boyer, Stuart Rosenthal, Gary Darrow, Darwin Cranen, David Adler, Arthur Aglico, Cheryl Young, Eileen Thrasher, Velma Krasenstein, and Daniel Mounts. If there is anyone else here who has a name that they'd like to share with the congregation, I invite you to do so as my eyes meet yours. We hold all their names together as a community. I invite you to rise in body or spirit on page 371 for the Misha Berach.
Misha Berach Avotenu Mekor HaBracha Leimoteinu. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misha Berach Imotenu Mekor HaBracha Leavoteinu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
You may be seated. And now I invite you to take a few moments for silent meditation, whatever the prayers are of your own heart.
Oseh
Shalom Bimroma. Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu. Ve'al Kol Yisrael. Ve'imru, Imru, Amen. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael. V'imru, Amen. So one thing that you all may not know about leading services is that it gets to be pretty thirsty. So give me 1 sec. Thank you. Thank you very much. So for those of you that weren't here earlier, it was a family service, is a family service, because we had a family dinner and trivia night earlier today. And I have to tell you that sending your kids to Sunday school is paying off because they all did a really, really good job at trivia tonight. There were some excellent, excellent answers to some really hard questions. Oh my gosh. The teams all did really, 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 really well. So those that played, you can give yourselves a pat on the back. However you want to do that, you should. You should. And also, part of it being a family service is the fact that it's family. And, you know, I try and tie things into the Torah portion because the Torah is important, and actually came up in trivia a couple times tonight, how much we emphasize the Torah and how much we care about the Torah. And this week in the Torah portion, it is, it's pretty difficult because there's a lot of people who get sick. And so one of the things that it made me think of is how even when things are difficult, right? Especially when things are difficult, we stick together as a family, as a community. And when people aren't feeling well, we can do a lot for them. Not just the doctors and not just whatever medicine can do for them, but also visiting people, sending them cards, giving them a call or a FaceTime or a text or whatever other tech people is coming down the pike that people can communicate with. Letting somebody know that we're thinking about them is really, really, really important. Really important. And so I know that everyone here is really proud of all the students and how well they did, not just at trivia, which was amazing, but also how great every one of you are doing here up on the Bima and leading services and doing readings and teaching all of us. That just accept that and embrace and absorb all that pride and joy that people have in you and with you, because all of you students, we're really happy to have you here, not just your family, but also as a community and, you know, as a rabbi. It's amazing to see so many young people here. So when there are good times and when things are difficult, we stick together as a community. And for this Shabbat, I hope all of you can just reach out to whoever it is that you're in family with, or a chosen family, somebody who you love and you care about, and just let them know how you feel and give somebody a big hug. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. And now we turn to our concluding services, concluding portion of the service. And I invite you to rise in body or spirit for the Aleinu, which begins on page 586. 586.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, l'teit gdula yotzer breshit, shelo asanu gigoyei ha'aratzot, v'lo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, v'gor aleinu kechol hamonam. Va'anachnu kol sharim umishtachavim umodim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu shehu notesh shamayim v'yosed haaretz umoshav yikaro b'shamayim imal Ushkinatuzo, Bigov Hey Meromim, Hu Eloheinu Ein Od, Emet Malkeinu Efesulato, Kakatuv B'Torato, V'yadata Hayom, V'yadata Hayom V'ashevota Elevavecha, Ki Adonai Hu HaElohim B'shamayim Imal V'al haaretz mitachat Einod V'nemar V'haya Adonai L'melech al kol haaretz Bayom hahu Yiyeh Adonai echad Ushemo echad.
You may be seated. There are stars up above, so far away that we only see their light long, long after the star itself is gone. And so it is with people that we have loved. Their memories keep shining ever brightly, though their time with us is done. But the stars that light up the darkest night, these are the lights that guide us. As we live our days, these are the ways that we remember. The congregation is remembering those that we have lost. Recently, we have lost Inga Langsam, Phyllis Zuckerman, Nancy Honig, Judy DeArmond, Gloria Bell, Dorothy Zemlich Fine, Gordon Overton, Jay Aronoff, Marcel Retner Mendelbaum, Clara Ostfeld, Lionel Gleichenhaus, Lawrence Merrill Saxon, Anna Logston, Terry Scheinzeit, Eric Johnson, Terrence Wilson, and those whom we've lost at this time in years past: Harry Abramson, Leon Bonnet, Rita Broomfield, Margie Brower de Kroof, Lillian Feldman, Dorothy Firsty, Minnie Fuchs, Donald Goldman, Nedra Harkavy, Edith Harris, Agnes Kiefer, Jacob Kramer, Henry Landworth, Kathy Leahy, Paul Renner, Cheryl Schnipper, Mary Scheinbraun, Shirley Silver, Milton Steinberg, and Edna Bat Yosef Visara. If there is anyone here who has a name of someone they have lost that they'd like to share with the congregation, I invite you to do so as my eyes meet yours. We hold all their names together as a community. I invite you to turn to page 598 for the Kaddish, and to rise in body or spirit. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, B'alma divrach hirutei v'amlich malchutei, B'chayachon uv'yomechon uv'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael, Ba'gala v'zman kariv v'imru Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mevarach Le'olam Ulalmei Almaya, Yitbarach V'yishtabach V'yitpa'ar V'yidromam V'yitnaseh, V'yithadar V'yit'aleh V'yithalal Shmei D'Kudashah B'richu, Le'ela Min Kol Birchata V'shirata, Tushbechata V'nechemata, Damiran Be'alma V'yimru Amen. Yehi Shlama Rabba Min Shemaya, V'chayim Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael, V'imru Amen. Osei Shalom V'imromav, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom, Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael, V'imru Amen. May the one who makes peace in the heavens bring comfort to all who are bereaved. And let us say, Amen. You may be seated. And now we have a special Adon Olam for all of you on page 625, 625.
So you guys have some repeating to do after me on some certain spots. I will go like this. You guys ready? Adon Olam,
Adon Olam,
Asher Malach,
Asher Malach,
B'terem Kol,
B'terem Kol,
Yitzir Nivra,
Avra,
Liet Nasa.
Liet Nasa.
Everyone, V'chetzu Kol,
Kol,
Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam, V'acharei Kichlot HaKol, Levado Yimloch Nora Adon Olam, V'hu Haya, V'hu Hoveh, V'hu Yeh B'tifara Adon Olam, Adon Olam,
Adon Olam,
Asher Malach,
Asher Malach,
B'terem Kol,
B'terem Kol Yitzir Nivra, Liet Nasa, Liet Nasa,
V'chetzu Kol, Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam, V'hu Echad, V'yein Sheni, L'am Shelo L'achbira Adon Olam, B'li Reshit, B'li Tachlit, V'lo Ha'oz V'ha'misra Adon Olam, Adon Olam,
Adon Olam,
Asher Malach,
Asher Malach,
B'terem Kol,
B'terem Kol
Yitzir Nivra, Liet Nasa,
Liet Nasa,
V'chetzu Kol, Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam,
V'hu Eli, V'chai Goali, V'tzor Chevli Be'et Tzara Adon Olam, V'hu Nisi, Umanosli, Menat Kosi B'yom Ekra Adon Olam,
Adon Olam,
Adon Olam,
Asher Malach,
Asher Malach,
B'terem Kol,
B'terem Kol,
Yitzir Nivra, Liet Nasa,
Liet Nasa,
V'chetzu Kol, Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam, Beyado Afkid Ruchi, Be'et Tishan V'ayira Adon Olam, Ve'ima Ruchi, Geviati, Adonai li v'lo ira Adon Olam, Adon Olam,
Adon Olam,
Asher Malach,
Asher Malach,
B'terem Kol,
B'terem Kol
Yitzir
Yitzir
Nivra,
Nivra,
Liet Nasa,
Liet Nasa,
V'chetzu Kol, Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam.
All right, and now we turn to page 603, 603, and I invite you to rise in body or spirit for this blessing that we're going to say over all of you that comes straight out of the Torah, straight from the Torah. And if anybody wants to put their hands on heads of any kid that happens to be, associated with them, you are welcome to find said young person. And we will turn to page 603, 603.
Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha.
Ken Yehi Ratzon. May God bless you and keep you.
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka.
Ken Yehi Ratzon. May God's light shine upon you and may God be gracious to you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom. Ken Yehi Ratzon. May you feel God's presence within you always, and may you find peace. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
And really fast, so you don't have to wait for us out there. We're going to do a brief mini Kiddush Motzi up here, and then you all free for all to the Kiddush Motzi out there.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen.
Amen. L'chaim.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
B'tei Avon, everyone. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.